Welcome to another beginning modular video with Martin, where I will be showing this module to the right here, which I built myself. It has several features that I will demonstrate. It's not going to remain in this configuration. The construction has a little bit too much circuitry below it, so I will be revising the way it works. But I can at least show you what it is and what it is supposed to do. So the first thing I would like to show is the left side, which is called D for Decay. And basically you can send a gate signal to this. So I'm using the Cellz gate and I'm sending it there. And then you can see that from the LED that blinks, that if I press the button, it will cause a decay. Now that is in itself not very interesting until, of course, this is hooked up to a VCA, and this module actually does have a VCA at the top here. I shall hook that up, so I can hook the output of the VCA to the output here. And I can hook the input to one of the CVs from that side, and no, it should hook up to this one because that is the one connected to the decay. And now we should have it's making a plonk noise instead of the noise that I expected it to make. So I did something wrong. I think that is intended to be an output though, so that should be good. Is there something wrong with the note? Oh, I'm sending the CV output and not the tune output. That is what is wrong. We should hook it up through the Chipz first. The CV should go into the Chipz, and then that should go into the VCA, and that should work at that point. Yep, it works. If I press it, the decay works and it slowly goes down. And obviously it can be controlled to be faster. So that part works. Similarly, we have the A on the other side. Which is the attack decay, so I can hook it up there in similar fashion to the other envelope, and now it will have a rise and a fall. By the way, all the weird noises you hear in the background are the fact that the Chipz is a little bit of a messy oscillator, so that's why there's weird sounds. And similarly, the Cellz isn't very neat if you press in between cells. The only issue that you may have heard is that it doesn't completely die out on the left VCA, which is probably a current issue with one of the resistors. And once I remake it, I will be able to fix that. Next step would be to show to do both at the same time, I guess. We can route the other gate to the decay, and I can then route the same thing. We need to go through the other Chipz oscillator. and then hook it up to the VCA. And now technically I could go to the output here, but instead I am going to use the mix output, which is a mix of all the signals, which means that I don't have to route a separate one. So now I can do so now you hear the noisy oscillator chip 2 and the tone oscillator chip 1 at the same time. This is all very interesting, but there is one feature of this attack decay module that is relatively novel and not all have, and it is that you can hook it up to an LFO to control the actual level of the decay. So as you hear, sometimes it is short, sometimes it is long. And I can do the same with the other one by hooking up the LFO to the attack decay one. And you'll hear that also there the tones will vary. And as I stated, there is a mixer, so it is actually possible to move some of the sound down. So now you can clearly hear that the decay is longer and shorter based on the control volume coming from the LFO. And similarly, I think if I drain the one and then increase the other, you will hear that it is different there as well. The issue with that one is mostly that it is a positive and negative control voltage. The one controls the attack and the other one controls the decay, and the Chipz LFO can only output positive voltages, so you only hear half of the sound change. So basically that is what my module does. So it is a mixer, 2 VCAs and 2 envelopes. One is a simple decay envelope and the other is an attack release envelope that can be controlled manually and through control voltages. The mixer has a separate input, so you can mix 3 signals with 3 different volumes. As you can see, there is one plug there that is currently unused. The plan was to actually have diodes from the 2 envelopes and have a shared envelope signal there, so it is basically an attack decay release. But I haven't yet made that change, and as I stated, I'll probably redesign the way the thing fits together, because currently it is rather messy. Well, I can explain how this works on my Emerging Drake blog. If people are interested, please comment in that case. I would also like to show that my case has gotten a little bit bigger. I added a bottom section to it. This involved some woodworking that I did with the sides of the Nifty case that I replaced with wooden beams, so I could attach the module at the bottom. And I kind of color coordinated things with the create audio here, the dread box here, and then all the black modules at the bottom. In my next video I will try to make a larger patch. Basically, again, my strive to get unattended generative ambient, where I already got quite a bit farther, and I will show how to get to the next step with all these modules. Thank you.